everybody, this is Kevin from Fort Orange Woodworking. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these really cool two-tone mahogany and pine beer caddies. I had some extra mahogany laying around the shop and these pine dowels, so that's what I went with. You can really make these out of anything you want. You can stain them, you can modify them, you can change the design. They're pretty versatile and they're a really fun and neat project. So, if you want to see how I made these mahogany beer caddies, stay tuned and I will see you in the shop.
Starting the same way we always do, going to make my initial cuts here. This caddy is going to be 12.5 inches tall, 5 3/8 inches wide, and 9 3/4 inches long. But those numbers aren't an exact measurement. They can be somewhere in that ballpark as long as they can fit the bottles you're attempting to hold. These boards are going to go through my joiner real quick just so I get a nice square edge. And once I'm done with that, I'm also going to take my side slats, which I created by resawing my original boards roughly in half, and I'm just going to run them through my planer quick to give them nice flat surfaces. And these are the pieces that we're going to be working with. This is the entire cut list right here. Next, I'm moving over to the drill press where I have my Forstner bit set up. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting the holes in the side posts so that the dowel will have a space to run through.
A good woodworker isn't someone who never makes mistakes. A good woodworker is someone who knows how to fix them without anyone noticing. So my Forstner bit, my 1-inch Forstner bit, is just a little too snug for my 1-inch dowel. It just won't fit. So rather than try to recut this hole and make a big mess of the whole project, I'm going to do a little shortcut that just involves a piece of sandpaper, 100 grit, and a old piece of broomstick or paint rod or something that I had laying around. It's a little bit smaller than the hole for my dowel, but it's just big enough where I'm going to attach this piece of sandpaper and make myself a nice little custom sanding stick to get that hole exactly where I need it. So this is a 100-foot roll of 100 grit sandpaper that I picked up. Back peels off. It's sticky on one side. You could just use regular sandpaper and glue it, but this is kind of convenient. Make this go all the way around, and there you have it. Custom sanding stick.
I've got my two end pieces clamped together, and I'm just running my hand planer over them to give them a nice even finish. I want to make sure that both of those end pieces are very square so that the other pieces can match up to them without creating any wobbling. And then I'm just going to finish them off with my palm sander. And the same for the surface edges as well. I'm not going crazy on the sanding, I'm just going down to about 100 grit.
Okay, so the camera didn't turn on for my last segment. So I'm going to explain to you what I did and then show you a quick clip from the next side that I do. What I've done is I've clamped my
end piece to my base. We're using my 90-degree corner jig, and I used my 3/8 inch Forstner bit to drill a pilot hole on the end piece, going down to the depth of the Forstner bit. And then I drilled a pilot hole through the base piece, and I screwed it in with 1.5 inch regular wood screws. So now from here, what I'm gonna do is reclamp this. Get my 3/8 inch poplar dowel, fit that to the hole, grab my mallet, and just give this a couple taps until I hear it hit the bottom where the screw is. Okay. So, forgot one step, so we're gonna go back. Very important. Almost forgot my glue. So dabble glue right in the hole, and the other one. Now we can take that poplar dowel, tap it in, and then got out a flush trim saw, nice and level, just really easy. Go through this poplar dowel without digging into the other piece of wood, and give that a nice clean cut off. Do that for the other side. Poplar dowel, tap, tap, tap. Gonna get on the other side for this one. Flush saw. It's okay if there's a little bit left over. Nice, clean contrast look, and it hides our screw holes. Before I put the wood screws in here, I need to remember to take these top clamps off and get some glue on this.
I am going to be using finishing nails to attach the sideboards to the end pieces, and really the finishing nails are decorative. It's the glue that really holds these pieces together. But the thing I like about these small finishing nails is you can get them in a variety of colors. Obviously, you can get them in regular silver, but I also like to buy them in copper and in a brass gold color so that I can just mix up my projects and add a little bit of color through accents. And in this one, I am using copper, and I'm just attaching a little bit of wood glue to keep it secure in the hole. Next, I'm going to use this scrap block here, and it's going to provide the distance that I need between the slats. And if I use the same thickness board on both sides, it should give me a nice uniform thickness on both ends. After that, I'm going to drill my pilot holes, and again, remember, it's not the nails that are going to be holding this together. It's going to be the glue that does all the hard work. After that, I start working on my divider pieces. I go over to my table saw, and I use my table saw sled to get all the cuts that I need. And it's just a matter of testing them out until I get them thick enough so that they fit together nice and neatly without being overly tight. And then one final sanding across all of the surfaces just to make sure that there's no little pieces sticking out, especially on those poplar dowels that I tried to get that nice and flush. And of course the flush saw does sometimes nick the wood a little bit, so you just want to make sure you give the whole thing a final sanding. And here it is, everyone's favorite part. We're going to be doing the finishing. So this is just food grade white mineral oil. I really like using mineral oil, especially on dark woods, because it really makes it pop. Mahogany has a very nice color, a beautiful grain structure, and when you apply this mineral oil to it, it really brings out its natural characteristics and makes it look really, really cool. And the other nice thing about mineral oil is over time, if you have something that starts to fade or dull, you can just always add more and it'll bring it right back to that shine. So, great product. Definitely make sure you have plenty of this in stock in your shop, because this is a great finisher for lots and lots of wood projects. So as I'm wrapping these up, I plan on keeping these in stock at my Etsy shop, Fort Orange Woodworks. That's my Etsy shop. If you don't happen to see any available at my site, by all means send me a message, and these are one of the few items that I can try to make custom order if you want some of these. So shoot me a message if I don't have any in stock, and I'd be happy to whip up a couple or a few, however many you need. I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe. Check out a couple still shots at the end of this video of how these beer caddies turned out. I think these are really cool. They make awesome gifts. Again, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you next time in the shop. Take care, everyone.